Alice, would you mind staying after class for a bit? I was a 30-year-old woman talking to my 7-year-old student. I should not have been as scared as I was. I've been teaching elementary school for 5 years. I honestly love my job and love watching my students learn and grow. One thing I implemented when my students take tests is for kids to draw in a blank rectangle at the bottom of their papers when they're done. I always enjoyed seeing the creative things my students came up with. That was until I was grading Alice's test. My body tensed as I looked down at a stick figure lying down with X's over the eyes, and another stick figure standing next to them with a creepy smile and a mask. Alice was a quiet girl who always drew flowers before. What was with the sudden violent imagery? I shook my head. It had to be something she saw on TV, and she recreated a scene from it. I eventually forgot about this test, up until our next one. The masked stick figure returned, and this time was choking a stick figure with long hair and more X's for eyes. There was a third figure in this one, a smaller stick figure that was hunched over in the corner of the rectangle, with large teardrops coming from its eyes. What disturbed me most about the picture was that the third figure was wearing a headband with a flower on it, just like the one Alice wore every day to school. I thought about taking the test to one of the school's counselors. Maybe something was going on at home, and Alice didn't feel safe. Maybe I should look in my files and call her mom directly, but I stopped myself and took a deep breath. It often freaked me out, but many students drew violent things, like gory battles or creepy monsters. This couldn't be that abnormal, right? When I handed her the graded test back, I watched Alice for a minute, but she looked up at me with the same shy smile she always had. Again, I chose to ignore that feeling of terror in the back of my mind. Then I graded the third test. This time, the masked figure was in the middle of the rectangle, holding up a head wearing Alice's headband. The head's eyes were X's, and Alice even drew what looked like drips of blood flowing down from the bottom of the head all over the masked figure. This was the final straw. I called her mother. After explaining the pictures to her mom, I expected Alice's mom to tell me not to worry, or to accuse me of making things up, since I was used to hearing the phrase, "My baby would never." Instead, her mom broke out into sobs. I knew she knew. I don't know how she found out, but I knew it. I could feel the color drain from my face as I listened. I asked her, "What do you mean? Is Alice okay? Are you okay?" Alice's mom had to take multiple deep breaths before she could steady herself. My ex-husband, Nate. He went crazy and snapped, offing his best friend. Nate's been in prison for almost 6 years, but he escaped. Our house is under constant surveillance now, and some detective said I couldn't talk to anyone about this until they had a better idea of where Nate is.